And now we continue our VH1 Mondays Broken Friendship show. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Basketball Wives Season 7, Episode 9. Like I said, that's been like the theme for me for Monday. I'm just kind of looking, I'm like, Monday and Sunday, we have all of the shows with the worst friendships that you've ever seen in your life. So anyway, let's go on. So we got Evelyn and Shawnee actually sit down, and Jen's name comes up. Shawnee is so over Jen at this point, so she don't even have it to do. Just the mention of her name, you can see, just goes all through Shawnee. She's like, fuck Jen, I don't have time for her. Don't want to be around her. Don't want none of what it is that she's selling. I'm just over it. So Evelyn tells Shawnee about Jen talking about these receipts that she has, and this, that, and the other, and I got the receipts, and y'all remember last week, I'm going to break them out. Shawnee was like, ciao, bye, whatever. I mean, that's bad when you're claiming to have receipts that's going to turn things around, and you're such a messy bitch that people don't even care. And nobody's even interested in turning it around. She just don't want to be bothered with you. That's when you know you're a good old messy bitch. In the midst of that, Jackie calls to invite Shawnee over to, she's doing a play. And it's a play about domestic abuse. And she actually invited, well, Shawnee told her she couldn't come because her son was going to the prom that day. And she apologized and all of that. And then Jackie extended the invitation to Evelyn as well because she was sitting there. And Evelyn accepted. I said, well, okay. All right. Okay, maybe there's going to be some light at the end of the tunnel. They're trying to do some things. I told you all for the last couple of weeks, I've been looking at how Jackie's been changing. It's been nice to see this different side of Jackie. But let's see what Evelyn's going to do. Okay, so then on to another character that I don't really care for. I haven't cared for her much, which is Miss OG. I've already stated my feelings about her and just don't care for her much. Though I felt really bad. Her brother passed away due to complications of pneumonia, and I think he was only 38. So this was like a part of the show where I was all prepared to really be like, oh, fuck her, honey. You know what I mean? But I didn't even get there with that because this was just, that's like, I can't even imagine. That was horrible. And she was actually there, you know, when he took his last breath and all of that stuff. It was terrible. But you got to see their whole family sitting there, and they did a Nigerian prayer and all of that. It was really a touching scene. It was a real, true reality look inside her actual family life. I'm not ready to get real deep with it because I'm not ready to, that's not even what I'm trying to do here. But it was very interesting to see. You know, I love to see other cultures and how they do things. I like to know and learn things about other cultures. So that was really, really interesting. Yeah, so I would definitely have to thank her for actually exposing that on film. It was very touching. It really, really was. Now, on a lighter side here, because you know I'm Patti. You know I'm Patti. I'm looking around the table. So there's OG and there's another sister. And then there's two other brothers. So one brother's gone. So there was 3 boys and 2 girls originally. So now we got 2 boys and 2 girls. The one brother No, thank you. There was another brother that had his dreads pulled up on top of his head, just as cute as he can be, honey. And then later on, he actually escorted her to Jackie's play. And I looked at him, he's just as tall, and I said, oh my, that other brother's really good looking. Funny thing is, they all kind of look alike. They all kind of look alike. And this is the thing that kills me about genetics. It's crazy about genetics. Because they all really do favor the mom. Though the mother is not bad looking. Their mother's not a bad looking woman. But you can see all of the looks kind of go back to her. Now, the nicer looking brother with the dreads up on top of his head, he really looks a lot like the mom. And then you can see a lot of the mom in OG. That other brother, I don't know where shit started going downhill with him, but that other sister, oh, God help her. I said, oh, and I said, okay. I looked at her and I said, again, you could see some family resemblance, but it is always crazy to me how genetics play out when you have family members who look alike, but the boys look better than the girls. That is like such a kick in the gut to me. It's like, I don't know what I would do if I had daughters that weren't attractive and I had sons that were attractive. I mean, I think I would be able to take it better if I just had all fucked up kids, period. Like if they was all just ugly. But to actually have a son, even one son that's good looking, and then having daughters that don't look, child, I'm telling you, I looked at this thing once I got past that they were grieving and all of that and all of the decent, you know, my decent piece and I moved on into my petty and what I'm actually here for. I looked and I said, this must be the comic relief, because when I looked over at that sister, I swear to you, I saw a familiar face from my childhood. Sit and try to tell me that she don't fucking look like that thing. Child, I haven't seen that little thing since the movie theater when that movie came out. And as soon as I looked in her face, baby, with that wig crammed down on her head, it was crammed down on her head with a chin strap. And I looked at that thing and I looked at her. I said, oh, well, I'll be goddamn. I Googled immediately and said, God bless her poor soul, honey. Anyway, I'm going to leave that girl alone. Moving on. Woo, shit, honey. Moving on. I'd be so upset if that was my daughter, honey. And child, I'm going to leave that alone. That's Patti. I'm leaving it alone. Anyway, whatever, y'all. Write what you want in them comments. It is what it is. I ain't taking it back. Whatever. Okay, so Jackie started getting on my nerves. And she started acting like Jackie. She was putting 20 on 10. She's just having such an issue with, she's, you know, forgetting her lines and getting really caught up. But I'm like, okay, Jackie, but just really putting 20 on 10. I was like, Jackie, I can't do too much of this more. Too much more of this scene with you overdoing it. So that was that. Jackie was having a hard time at the rehearsal. I was like, all right, Jackie. Then we actually saw Tami and Reggie. And they're out shopping. Tami, bitch. If I ever catch you, bitch, down in the grocery store, you nasty ass, eating a grape that has not been washed nor paid for, eating a grape out of that bag that hadn't been washed, you ain't trying to wipe it, you ain't do nothing, you just open that bag and put that nasty ass grape in your goddamn mouth. I said, I hope all your goddamn teeth fall out, you nasty freak. That was horrible. Horrible. Yuck. Ugh. How do you eat fruit that ain't been washed? That's disgusting. You need your motherfucking bonnet smacked off. You be fucking around eating grapes that ain't been washed. Fuck around and have gum fungus up underneath your tongue and wondering what that happened. You don't do that. It's disgusting. Child, that's disgusting. That's how you end up ate up with the damn consumption. But anyway, so she's down there, and then she said something that made sense. She said to Reggie that a lot of times she don't, she's like, I don't do this often, but I do regret. She regrets what she said about the Chad thing. And I was like, all right, Tami, now that's cool. I guess I have to let you slide on that nasty grape, being as though you're being, decent. And she says she regretted it. And I don't know where that's going to go. I wonder if at some point she'll apologize. I know she's still in a state of hurt at this point, so I don't know that she'll actually apologize. I can imagine she probably will. She probably will somewhere down the line. She'll probably apologize. But just the fact that she acknowledged that was a little bit really under the belt was cool. So it's still bad friendships, but some people were trying to make some changes, so that's cool. Now Jackie visits her therapist again, and she addressed some issues about her daughter. And I was like, okay, I just sat up on the end of the chair like, now where are we going with this? And the therapist, I told y'all she was perfect. That therapist, her hair was so short. Her hair was so nice. I said, look at her hair, and it was all her natural hair. Her natural hair. She looked really good. I was like, check her out. I said, she really did. She looked good. She didn't have nothing extra, nothing too much, not too much makeup, just a regular, smegular, black-ass woman. And she had nothing going on extra. And she just looked damn good on camera, on television, in the land of fake asses and titties and too much weave. And she was just doing her. And it was funny to me. It was weird because I probably wasn't even supposed to be paying attention to her in the scene so much. But she just stood out. She really looked really sharp to me. I don't know. Did you all notice how sharp she looked in just her natural form? I was like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. Do it, bitch. A flat iron and a nice little outfit and sit the fuck on down. She looked good to me. I thought she looked really, really sharp. Natural. And I'm naturally in the beauty industry and all of that. So I'm here for all the weaves and the wigs and the fake lashes and all of that. But sometimes it's cool to just be one with your shit. You know what I mean? She looked good to me. I don't know. That just stuck out to me in the scene. But anyway, she's working with Jackie. And I've been very impressed with this woman. And then today was no exception. Very impressed. She's so right out front with Jackie. You can't help it. You just got to take the information. Told her, you need to own your own shit and fix things up with your daughter. Period. She is a carbon copy of you. That shit that she does, she learned that shit from you. She learned all that bad behavior from your bad behavior having ass. And up to this point, nobody has actually sat Jackie and told her this. Nobody has told her, your daughter's fucked up because you're fucked up. She's fucked up because when you were trying to raise her, you were fucking it up. She said it. It wasn't malicious. And Jackie accepted it and received it. And then she told her, the other thing is, you want to make her be what you want her to be. You can't fix her, Jackie. She has to get healed on her own, just like you got to heal on your own. And then y'all be able to fix the shit. But you can't make her be what you want her to be, and vice versa. I said, nobody has ever taken the time to sit down and actually tell Jackie that straight up. You know what I mean? I'm very impressed with that woman. Very impressed with her. I dig how she moves. I really do. And she was sharp. Anyway, so that was really good. And I that's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward with Jackie with that. Moving on. Jackie, Malaysia, and Kristin meet up. And they both talk to Kristin. Girl, what were you thinking? Bringing Jen with you to the situation where you're trying to fix some family situation, because Cece is family to you. So Jen was absolutely a factor that wasn't needed. She's fucking messy. And you see she brought the mess with her, and she ended up being a point of contention, and nothing got done. And you're looking around and there's a problem in the room, and the only problem in the room is that one person that ain't related ain't got shit to do with nothing, and that was Jen. Messy bitch. So Kristin was like, okay, and I think she's opening up her eyes to a little bit of the Jen shit. And she's like, I'm gonna talk to Cece alone where it's just me and Cece, and we're gonna go on and fix it. Yeah, Kristin, because we were wanting to like you. And you need to get the fuck away from Jen, because Jen's problems. Anyway, so let's go over to Jackie's play. Jackie's play was really cool. It was so funny because at one, when everybody finally got in there, you got Tami sitting over there with Doug. The rest of the girls sitting in the middle. You got Malaysia with Zell Swag sitting on the other side. Well, we all know. It's so funny now, Malaysia, you're hanging with Zell Swag, and we know Zell Swag is a messy bitch just like Jen. And he proved that himself whenever they were sitting there. Evelyn said, well, let me go over and speak to Malaysia, so she don't think I'm shading. She goes over, she speaks to her and Zell. And as we're talking, Zell ends up starting to go in on Jen. He's talking about her boots, and he's talking about how she's dressed, and this, that, and just messy fucking bitch for nothing. You're nobody. You're nobody's friend. Nobody cares about you on this show. Why are you over here doing the most? So seriously, Malaysia, I wasn't getting that. I'm like, you're so upset with Jen about her messiness, and then you got this messy bitch, and you're like laughing at the shit that he's doing, and it really wasn't funny. I didn't find him funny at all. I really didn't. I didn't find it funny at all. And y'all know I like Malaysia, but the things that Zell was saying about Jen, you're saying all these things about her shoes and how she's dressed, when meanwhile her and Malaysia, I thought were the two worst dressed in the whole place. They even beat OG out on worst dressed this time. Both of them looked a fucking mess. Malaysia had on a men's oversized shirt, basically, and a pair of thigh-high boots. And Jen had on some fucking lingerie-ass top and these old goddamn get down to the party boots. And both of them looked like they was getting ready to go walk the stroll. Both of them. Both of them looked like they was going to go rock the stroll. And you sitting up at a play with old blue jeans romper on, but I guess you thought you were short. Girl, bye. Anyway, I just didn't get that. I thought that was kind of messy. I was like, And Malaysia, that was really bad. Because usually you really get it. I gets down with Malaysia because a lot of times Malaysia's overdressed, but underdressed ain't usually one of her things. You look terrible in this episode. That was a terrible fucking outfit. Especially for where you were at. You really did look like a lady of the night. And not very late at night. Just a lady of the night. A mess. Good thing that did happen. OG comes in with the cute brother. They're sitting down there. And OG's kind of going through. And Kristin, they ended up sitting side by side. Kristin was already in her bullshit. Like, oh, the fucking OG. I don't want her sitting next to me, child. But she ends up asking OG, you okay? And OG ends up telling her, I'm just trying to deal real quick because, like, my brother died. And they're like, what the fuck? Oh, my God. Kristin got up, took OG to the bathroom, and they had a moment. And I think it was definitely necessary. It was necessary at that time. It was a good moment. And I actually think, and Kristin said her, so she said, in that moment, I just felt like all the bullshit, and it was just that. It was bullshit between OG and I. I just threw it out. I'm just done with all that bullshit. She said, I couldn't even fathom losing one of my brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? She's like, that was a mess. Again, what's really important kind of took over, and it really did cloud the bullshit. And I think going on from here, I think we're going to end up seeing OG and Kristin, their whole thing turn a whole corner, and I think the two of them will actually be okay. And I think OG will be open to it because of all the girls, Kristin was the one that jumped up and says, come with me. And it was very quick, without a thought. she's come with me and took her, consoled her, you know, and I was like, wow, that was really big of you, Kristin. She could have, denied her and been like, girl, get out of my face. I don't like you, bitch, or anything. But I thought that was really nice. I enjoyed that. I thought that was really, really cool. Jackie was still, throughout the whole thing, doing way, way too much. I was starting to get on my nerves. But I forgot the lines. I just don't want to go up there. All the bullshit. Then got up there and Jackie fucking killed it. She was excellent. She looked good. She spoke clearly. She had her lines down. And from what we saw, killed it. Killed it. So it was good. It was good. It was a, nice, this was a nice episode. It really was. It was cool. It was cool. Other than the worst part of the whole episode was the fact that OG's brother had passed and we had to kind of go through that. But other than that, it was really a nice episode. It was cool. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too messy. It was just enough mess and enough good shit going on to, keep you kind of entertained. It was cool. It was all right. Anyway, leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. I know y'all think I'm petty for laughing at OG's sister, but hey, what can I do? It is what it is. Y'all know y'all seen an old friend, honey, sitting at that table. You know you seen it.